Hang on. Yeah. Let's hold that. Always better than the left hand on a tripod. Whew. It has been a while since I've walked up this track. I've got a pack and I've got 3 poles. We know what that means. It's Lavvu time. See that view? I did say a couple of months ago I was never sure if I was going to see that view again, but I did. I'm walking up this track which I have not done for over a year. Well over a year. But 2 months ago I went and parked over there. I parked the truck up and I went in to my old wood. I returned. I was never sure if I was going to return, but I did. I went and had a look around, and it's been 2 months since I come back here to have a little scout. Oh, jeez, I'm out of breath. Oh, it's a steep old hill. Let's just pop those down a minute. Oh, we are returning. We are coming back. I stopped pretty much 2 months ago. I stopped after not being here for over a year, after finding the woods destroyed. I've done a video about that. I'm not sure if I've put it up yet, but if I have, you'll know the story. If you haven't ever known that story or watched that video, I had this woodland permission for a long time, and it kept getting destroyed by idiots. And then over a year ago I found it completely, one encampment put there which was an abomination, and I handed in the permission and I walked away. I walked away. Said I was never returning, but I kept driving back past this wood, and eventually just under 2 months ago I stopped and I went in. I went in as the bluebells were in full swing, and that's what I wanted to see again. I wanted to see how the woods were, whether the woods had recovered or not. And it looked like they had. As I say, it's been 2 months. My old original L200 Barbarian died. I went away to Mull. I brought a new L200, which is now parked down there. We got a day off during the week. So we're coming up here to do something that I used to do all the time, maybe once, twice a week in this wood. Very simple, Lavvu and a brew. The return, the comeback. We are going up. Let's do this. Always a lot of jack in the hedge and nettles on this part of the trail, but because it now seems, jeez, I'm out of breath. Now it seems apparent that other idiots have stopped coming in here. The nettles in this path are really overgrown. We like that. Yeah. This is good, actually. It's taken an easier way. A lot of dog's mercury covering this area as well. Yeah, this path properly grown over. Let's try and keep to this little old track that the badgers use. Just here. Nice. I'm going to turn the camera off for a minute. Whew. Need to catch my breath. There and there were once the two big pines that formed part of my camp, and obviously I did some forestry work and the trees got took down. Then the camp got destroyed. I stayed away. I came back. I found the woods wrecked again and I moved away. But this is what I love to see. By me, see my camp, I always pitch here. Always used to pitch just here. Just here. And that was my view out there. Out across to that dell over there where there's an absolutely massive badger set. But look at this now. Look at this now. So a couple of years, about 3-4 years on from the forestry work, right the way across the back, there's a massive huge swathe of nettles, jack the hedge and everything. And this is where I was coming, and I kept this area clear because this is where I kept coming all the time. But by my absence for over a year, and it's become very apparent that nobody else has been coming to this spot, which used to be my old permission, is that it's all growing up. And that's what nature does. It reclaims, it regrows. So I used to sit further back, but I'm going to put the Lavvu here and we're going to have a brew. I said I would come back and it feels good to be back. But it doesn't feel right until I've got a Lavvu up. So let's do that now. Tripod, Tree Pea by Rough Timber, the original, the best, the OG. He's the OG for a reason, because he's the one that started off and actually come up with the idea in the first place. There's others out there, nowhere near as good, nowhere near as good. Support someone who's actually about the community, not just someone just trying to make money by copying and ripping off somebody else's idea. Rough Timber, go and check out his Etsy shop. He's actually a part of the community. Go and support him. Awesome, awesome bit of kit. Enough said. I actually feel like I've returned. We're just going to stake this out a little bit better. But just to have a Lavvu back at my old spot makes me happy. Oh, I'm well happy. This is where my beginnings of the love of the Lavvu all took place. So to come back here to my old spot and pitch a Lavvu once again truly feels like coming home. Nothing to see here, just a man having a brew. I didn't really want to light a fire here today and the first time coming back. I just wanted to settle back in, have a pre-made brew in a thermos. Because genuinely, that's how it first started for me coming here. Just having a brew. I can literally, one of the very first times I actually put up a Lavvu was right on this spot here. Back then I didn't really know any better. I'd brought it the previous weekend, I pitched it up, and it was, to all intents purposes, inside out. Flaps out, not flaps in. But we digress, we move on. 5-6 years down the line, here we are. Back at the old camp spot. Lavvu, brew, me, you. We've come back, full circle. I drink to your health, even though it's coffee. I'll have something stronger a little bit later on. Sometimes that is all you need to do. Retrace your steps, go back to the beginning, remind yourself why you come out, and this is it. I'm not reclaiming this spot, I'm just coming back to where it all kind of started, with the love of the Lavvu and the love of this woods. This is a size 1 that I've had for a little while. It's a 1974 model. It's 50 years old, 50 years old. And I've been coming to this wood for 40 years. So we like them figures. We like them figures. I used to come here in the cadets with my mates and mess around and camp out in the weekends, pretty much in this area. And here we are, all those years later, still enjoying the outdoors, my love of nature, learning and practicing skills, practicing craft, making friends. There you go. It's good to be back. Thanks for tuning in. This is all this video was about. Catch you on the next one.